Hello, I'm José Couture. Welcome to José Couture Real Estate TV, your real estate home and garden channel. When it comes to buying a home, it's really buyer beware. This is why it's so important to do a home inspection when buying a home. In today's market, buyers should do a home inspection when they buy and sellers should do a home inspection when they sell. This month, I have invited experienced Toronto home inspector Bob Papadopoulos, who will tell us more about the home inspection process. Bob has almost 2 decades of experience as a home inspector. He's a professional engineer, and Bob has worked with many of my own buyers and sellers over the years. So Bob, welcome, and thank you for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us, what does it take to become a home inspector, and are home inspectors insured?
Okay, so to be anyone can be a home inspector actually, but it's best if you're part of the Ontario Association of Home Inspectors and you're a registered home inspector. But in order for that to happen, you have to have experience. Typically you need to take courses that are offered by the association, and then on top of that you need to have, I believe, 100 homes minimum under your belt before you become a registered home inspector. So it's quite a process. And if you're hiring someone, I suggest you have someone of that caliber. And as for insurance, yeah, every home inspector should have insurance, errors and omissions insurance that almost every profession has, just in case we do miss something. And that covers you too, in case you find something later that the inspector missed. You're covered, and so are they.
So one of the questions that clients ask me time and time again is, what am I going to see in a home inspection that I don't already see?
Well, beyond the cosmetics, because that's what people typically see, you're hiring me to give you a professional opinion of the house. So we're looking at all the technical things that you probably don't have any expertise on.
If you're providing a home inspection for a seller, can a buyer contact you to ask questions about that home inspection?
Yes, of course. I encourage that. I field calls regarding my inspections all the time. And further, if for a small fee, if someone wants me to come back to the house to go through with the report, that's available too.
There are a lot of things to inspect in a home, but name the 5 major components that home inspectors usually focus on.
Well, since water is the enemy, right, we want to definitely focus on the condition of the roof, starting from the outside. That's one thing. Around the perimeter, we want to check out the grading, the condition of the driveway, to see whether water will readily come to the house, which could basically result in basement leaking. For older homes, knob and tube wiring, which is pretty much not covered by insurance anymore when it's a big cost, that we want to try to identify if there's any in the house. We also want to look at the structure, right? That's one of the main things I'd say. So we're looking for any signs that there's been settlement or continuous settlement. And finally, I'd say plumbing has become a big problem, and again for older homes when it comes to backup, right, which can cause a mess, or also with lead piping, right? You don't want lead piping coming to the house for obvious reasons. So I'd say those are probably the main things that I look for.
So Bob, what's the approximate time to perform a home inspection, and generally the approximate cost of doing a home inspection?
Generally 2 hours is enough for an average size house, and it's generally between $400 and $500 for an average size house. So
when you say 2 hours, does that include the writing of the report or just the inspection?
No, that's just the physical inspection, and then someone like myself will go back to my office and spend about another hour doing generating the report and then sending it to the client within 24 hours.
So people who are really busy often ask, should they be present for the home inspection? What do you think? Yes,
absolutely. It's just better for them to be there right from the beginning, where we can discuss things. I can describe and explain things, and it'll make reading the report a lot easier, and they'll learn something. It's rare that people walk away don't learn something. So I strongly encourage they be present.
And they can ask questions.
Absolutely, yeah, all the questions they want. Yeah.
So another question clients often ask is, if they're buying a condominium, should they do a home inspection on a condominium?
Yeah, honestly, It really depends on how comfortable they are. If it's an older condo, sure, I encourage that. If it's a condo that has its own systems, yes, I encourage that too. But if a lot of it's covered by the condo corporation, they generally don't need it. Most people call me for a condo inspection just for their own peace of mind. It's rare that I find a problem with it with a condo, but you never know. So it's overall a good idea, but not always necessary.
Buying a home is the biggest investment of your life, so make sure you check it out with a professional home inspector. It will give you peace of mind for your purchase. For more information about this topic, Toronto real estate or neighborhoods, I'm just a click or a call away. We hope that you enjoyed this month's episode. To follow along with us, please click subscribe at the end of our video. If you like our video, please click like and share. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next month.